Were you really like grabbing a beer when Chris was on stage trying to give his presentation?
Yeah, I was like literally down. I would get some food, I would like drink a beer, and then I would hear upstairs, like 2 floors up, that he called my name, and I was like, oh shit, I should be on stage. So I would run up the stairs, and I still had like in one hand my food, in the other hand the beer, and I was like, okay, I should at least get rid of
The food.
this. Run off stage, and then, hey, cologne. That's a typical German thing. Like, I mean, Germans are pretty like open-minded.
Yeah.
Like,
It was a lot of good beer too.
yeah.
Welcome back to Meet the Devs. I'm James P. and with me today is Paul Reindell. Paul, how you doing, man?
Hi, nice to meet you.
It's good to have you on to finally meet you. I feel like you've been this enigma. People need to know who you are. So how did you get started with the project?
I got started with the project basically when Chris was working on the original prototype back in 2012.
Wow.
And at that time I was at Crytek, and I would help him with this prototype. So while I was at Crytek, I would also work with our different licensees and their projects, and Chris was one of them. So I would get in contact with him, and he had questions about the engine, and I would help him, and that's how I kind of like got familiar with the project. And I think at the first time I really saw, like, he sent me a demo build, and I had to fix something on it. And I looked at the Bengal carrier, like in the space level, and at that moment when I saw this like Bengal carrier sitting there, and I was like, that game is like awesome. I want to be part of it. So, and then I like applied right away.
Nice. And you just moved. Did you originally come to Austin, or did you come here first?
I came to LA directly. So
Nice. You went to project since the beginning.
yes.
What is it about, besides the Bengal, what is it about this project that like made you want to work on it so bad?
So I'm a huge sci-fi fan. So working on a sci-fi project is just awesome. And then the whole like space simulation, like back in the days I was a big Wing Commander player. Like I think when I was at school, one of the first games I actually bought for my PC was like Wing Commander 3. And being like space sim games, sci-fi games, it's just my genre. I love it, and that's why
Nice.
I want to be part of this project.
So you said you came over from Crytek. What were you working on over there besides third party?
So at the time when I started at Crytek, I would work in the engine team, especially with licensing support, giving training at different studios which work with the CryEngine. I would then eventually go to RISE and work on the RISE project for a year, and that's like when, like, almost to the end to the project, I would apply for a job at Cloud Imperium and would move over.
Yeah, we recently had Todd Pappy on here. He talked about working on Rise as well, or Rise 2, I believe, when it was when he was there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like after my time. So.
Oh, cool. So how long you been in the industry total?
I think like 2011.
Okay, so not too long.
No, I mean Crytek was my first gig.
Oh, really?
So
nice. What interested you about Crytek? Was it just the engine?
First of all, in Germany there are like not so many big game devs.
Yeah.
So Crytek is actually the
biggest.
The biggest one.
Yeah.
Also, it was pretty close to where I live, like 30 minutes drive.
Nice.
And then they would give like lessons at our university, and that's where I made the first contact with some devs from them, because I would go like every time we had like game dev class, I would instantly like sign up because games are my thing. So
nice.
I would meet the guys and I would talk to them, and then eventually I would write my diploma thesis with CryEngine basically. I did like a little head tracking mod for Crysis. So yeah, that's how I became
part of the industry.
Part of Crytek, and then part of the whole industry. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we're gonna let you go. Before we have 3 rapid fire questions. You ready?
Okay.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Star Wars.
I've seen Star Wars. Which Star Wars is your favorite?
It's, the second of the original.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Yeah, that's everyone's favorite. Favorite video game?
Favorite video game? Civilization at the moment.
The original?
Civ 5.
Oh, Civ 5. Yeah, I love Civ 5. I didn't actually play a lot of Beyond Earth. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Really? I don't know.
Beyond Earth, no.
Yeah.
I actually bought it, and I couldn't dig it.
Really? I tried to play it once, and I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. I just couldn't get into it. Favorite ship in Star Citizen?
The Hornet.
The Hornet? Why?
Because it's badass. Like, it's super fast. It's super maneuverable, but it has like firepower. I love it.
Awesome, man. Well, again, thank you so much for coming on.
Cool. Thank you for being here.
Once again, I'm James Pugh. This is Paul Reindell. You just met a dev. You got to point at the screen. That's fine.
This video made possible by the ICC Stellar Surveyors and subscribers like you.